Up next is our Excellence Award recognition in Women Leadership in Supply Chain, presented by Carolyn Brown, Senior Vice President, Global Commercial Banking for Bank of America, and Dr. Nick Vyas, Executive Director, USC Marshall Randall R. Kendrick Global Supply Chain Institute.
Good afternoon, everyone. Without a doubt, women are game changers in the area of supply chain. A study done in 2021 showed that women comprise of 41% of the supply chain workforce. 26% of these women are actually in management. Today, we have the pleasure of recognizing individuals for demonstrating outstanding leadership and championing diversity, equity, and leadership and inclusion as pioneers in the supply chain space. Help us congratulate Rakhi, Agarwal of Sanofi and Discover. Rakhi is AVP Global Head of Supply Chain Diversity in Sanofi, Office of Sustainability, Risk, and Citizenship. She also is the president of a not-for-profit organization, Discover. She has an MBA in operational management from the University of Southern Indiana and undergraduate degree in supply chain from Michigan State. She is an active member and volunteer of Drugs, Chemicals, and Associated Technologies and serves as chair of sourcing and procurement. She's passionate about D&I and advocating for the development of talent and breaking barriers for people of color in supply chain. Today, we recognize her for bringing about change as a supply chain professional, mentor, and teacher.
I'm going to call both of you. We're going to call both of them together. And before we bring Rakhi to the stage, it is my pleasure to recognize another incredible supply chain professional that I happen to know over the last 11 years. Supply chain, when we think about, we often focus on logistics, distribution, ocean shipping, technology, consulting, but we often miss the customer relations, customer engagement, building that relationship that communicates the customer need to the operations folks. Stephanie has not only managed this amazing capability for an incredible organization over the years, but she certainly sets a gold standard when it comes to the leadership. She has lived in India, where I first had a chance to meet, to run the global operation for Asia for DHL. And since then, I've seen her grow incredibly across many organizations such as Geodis, MSC, and now with Maersk. Stephanie, you truly exemplify the women leadership in supply chain, both managing the relationships and translating the operational needs. So both Rakhi and Stephanie, congratulations for being able to pioneer this industry. Come on up. You have this, come on in the middle, and I'll give you the award, and there you go. And we'll allow a few words from each of them. So Rakhi and Stephanie, you guys can figure the speech out in the order that you want. There you go. You guys can speak.
Okay. This was a really good surprise. I wish I knew it ahead of time. But thank you so much. I'm really, very truly honored, humbled, and grateful for the award. This would have not been possible with, the inspiration and the guidance of my senior leaders and my mentors along the way. I specifically want to call out and thank Kathy Wengel of J&J and Remo Colarusso of J&J for giving me the opportunity and believing in me to kind of start Discover as a nonprofit organization from grounds up, and allowing me to shape it up to what it is today. And we are very proud of the work we do in terms of in the space of diversity, inclusion, of the talent management and talent development of people of color in supply chain. So that's our core mission, and we try to stay very true to it as much as possible. Along with that, I want to thank Stephen Cobham, our Chief Procurement Officer at Sanofi, for believing in my vision of supply diversity and giving me the free hand to kind of design the strategy and take it on the roadshow to kind of build it in the procurement policies and processes at Sanofi to achieve our 1.5 billion goal by 2025. So I'm very thankful. I do want to say that nothing is possible with true friends and collaborators like Nick. Thank you so much for believing in Discover and believing in diversity and inclusion, and giving us your time and your resources and your ideas, because that's how we move forward continuously. It would not be fair if I didn't thank my husband and my kids, because over 22 years, they've seen a crazy mom and a crazy wife working 24/7 in the space that she's passionate about. And so I really, a special thank you to them for putting up with me, because I'm a really hard mom to be with all the time, but it's all in good spirits. And especially, I want to thank my dad and my mom. My dad is no longer with us, but he gave me a very good piece of advice that has stayed with me for my entire life, is you believe in yourself and you will rise as per your desire. Those were his words. And I have always gone after what I'm passionate about, and diversity and inclusion, both from talent perspective as well as supplier diversity perspective, are very, very close to my heart. And I'm very happy to be recognized for something that I enjoy so much and I'm passionate about, and especially getting recognized in 2022. This year, coincidentally, is my 22nd year in supply chain and procurement. So thank you for this. Really appreciate it.
Jai, Rakhi, Jai, congratulations. That's awesome. Thank you.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you so much to the Randall Kendrick Institute. I am so grateful for my relationship with Nick and with the entire team. Marvianne, you're an amazing woman. I'm so blessed to work with you every year so closely. And I'm just grateful to be around all these awesome women and men. And I remember very early on, 3 decades ago, being the only woman in my region. And I remember how collaborative the men were, and yet how competitive the women were. And I promised, as I raised the ranks in my career, that I would lift up the women that I worked with and that I knew in everyday life. So it takes a village, ladies. Make some time for that young lady in your corporation and lift her up. Thank you.